All right, let's get right to it. Your next verbal. All right, hopefully it gets a little bit easier from here on out. But a participle. A participle is another verbal, which is a verb acting like something else. This verbal acts like an adjective. Anytime you see a verb acting as an adjective, now what is an adjective? An adjective is a word that describes a noun, right? Any word that is helping to describe a noun. But when I have a verb being used to describe a noun, that is called a participle. Now, how can a verb describe a noun? Well, let's check it out. Let's take the verb rise. Okay, let's take the verb rise. Okay, I could rise out of this seat right now. I could use my superpowers and make my water rise from the bottle, and and then I could drink it from the air. Okay, rise can be a verb, action word. All right, but like the definition says, participles can be past or present. All right. And a lot of times they just should be in order for this to work. So let me turn rise into a participle. I have to use it as an adjective, which means a noun has to come after. All right. To show that I am describing something. A noun must come after. Let's say the rising waves. Okay? Rising. This is what they are doing right now, but it's also, yes, it's being used as a verb, but it's also being used to describe what those waves are doing at the time. Being used to describe the waves, how they look. It's being used to describe that visual. They are rising. Okay? Let's say we used a past participle. That was a present participle, ing on the end. Let's say I said the risen cake. Already happened. The risen cake, all right, just got taken out of the oven, all right, the risen cake. This verb here is being used to describe the cake, all right, it's being used to describe that cake. Anytime you see what looks like a verb before a noun, more than likely is being used to describe that noun and what that noun is doing. If I said, let's just do one of your examples. Laugh. You guys know I laugh a lot, right? And that's usually always a verb. But if I said the laughing teacher, okay? Laughing is my verb, but in this sentence is being used to describe that teacher. He's a laugher. He's laughing. All right? Describing exactly what he is doing. All right? The laughing teacher. All right? It's being used before a noun. So it's being used as an adjective. All right? Usually for your gerund, you might see a word that looks just like this. Okay? But it's probably coming before a verb. All right? And that's where it gets a little bit tricky. This participle is being used before a noun. All right? So it's being used as a participle. This verbal is being used before a noun. All right? Making it a participle. Gerunds get used before verbs. Participles get used before nouns. All right? Another way to look at that. All right? All right, guys. You're doing great, man. You're just doing great.